Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I've been sat here making Christmas cards to donate to charity, and I accidentally started batch making. So I thought I'm going to do one more of these cards. Let's turn the camera on and bring you along with me as I make it. I'm just going to show you the card that I've been making and that we're going to make together. So it's actually this one here. Now for this card I have used 'Tis the Season, which is a Craft Consortium collection, and this is called an arrow fold card. So it's because it's obviously got the point here, and then it does stand up all on its own. It's really pretty. You can either write your message in here or flip over and write on the back, whichever you prefer. So that's the first one I made. Then I did this one here. Now this gingerbread person and the candy canes are from my stash, as is the sentiment, but this backing paper and the pretty papers are from 'Tis the Season. And again, you can write your message here or on the back. So I want to make another one, and I thought, let's make it together. Now, before I do get into the video, I would just like to ask that if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. And if you enjoyed today's video or find it useful, please also remember to leave me a thumbs up. So let's jump into the video and make this card. It's super quick and easy, and I think you're going to love it. So let's get started. So for this card, we are going to need a 6x6 pre-fold card blank. As I said earlier, I am using 'Tis the Season for this card. So I have the coordinating cardstock and I have the 6x6 pad here. And then the gingerbread person and the candy canes actually are a die from this Made to Surprise Papercraft Society box. This is an old one now, it's not available anymore, but you might find it on de-stash sites, stuff like that. This is actually by Sam Calcott. So the first thing we need to do is grab a ruler and a pencil, and we're going to make some marks on our card blank. Okay, so with the fold at the top, we're going to bring our ruler in, and we're going to work in inches, and we're going to mark at 3 inches along the bottom. Do a little pencil mark. Now this is going to be a card where everything happens from the top crease. So what we're going to do now is mark down the sides. So if you grab your ruler and turn it, and we are going to mark at 2 inches and 4 inches on both the sides. I actually think this was a Sam Calcott card to start with, and I really liked it, so I've just always kind of done them this way. Okay, so this is what you should have now. You should have the card blank with 4 marks on each side and 1 mark at the bottom. So what we're going to do now is open this up, grab a stylus and a ruler. Now we're going to start at the very top here, and we're going to put our stylus right on that crease line. Bring your ruler in and bring your ruler down to that mark that we made at 3 inches on the bottom. Just make sure that it all lines up nicely and that you're happy, and then you can just score down. So then we're going to do exactly the same on this side. Put our stylus in the top corner, right in the crease line. Line our ruler up with the bottom 3-inch mark, and when we're happy we can score down. I always score more than once. I like to make sure I've got really good score lines. Now we're going to start working on these marks at the side. So we're going to come to the one we did at 2 inches. We put our stylus on that mark. Move the ruler so that it is lined up with that 3-inch mark again, and we're going to score. And then we're going to do with the mark at 4 inches. Line it all up, make sure we are happy, and then we're going to score. Swivel around, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So we go to that top pencil mark, put your stylus on it, find the 3-inch mark, make sure you're happy, and score. And then the same on the bottom mark, line them all up and score. Okay, now at this point what I like to do is to erase my pencil marks. Just grab a rubber and gently get rid of those. So this is what you should have now. It sort of looks a little bit like a sunburst. So we've got the big V here, and then we have the 3 little segments either side. So what we're going to do now is fold these and burnish them with our fingers. So the first really long score line, you're going to bend back on itself, and you want to make sure you get really crisp points. So just do it with your fingers for now, and then once we're completely happy, when we've done all the lines, then we'll bring in a bone folder. Do the same on the other side, folding it down, and just pinch along the crease line till we're happy. Really nice crisp points. Then the next score line we're going to fold up. Now the easiest way to do this, if you grab your ruler and put it on that score line and then just tease your paper up over the ruler, and it helps keep it nice and straight. It just helps it on its way. Okay, so looks like that. We're going to do the same on this score line here. So this is going to come back on itself. Put the ruler in. Go. So that's what it looks like right now. So the last score line, this teeny weeny one here, we're going to fold back on itself again. So again, you could use your ruler to help, because it's quite small, it does tend to just go. Okay, and the other side, do exactly the same. Hold it back on itself. And just pinching as we go. And that's what it should look like now. So you've got this nice diamond shape sticking out the side. Okay, so once you're happy and you've got a nice crisp point down here, you can go over and reinforce your score lines with a bone folder. So I'll do that really quickly now. And then you need to do the top one again just to reinforce it after all the manipulation that's occurred. So that's your card base all done. And now we need to decorate it. So for our mats and layers, I have a piece of the coordinating cardstock. I've chosen one of the green pieces, and this one measures 5 5/8 by 5.5. And then I have some of the pretty pattern paper, which is here, and this measures 5 by 5 and 3/8. So we're going to need a pencil and ruler again. Okay, and then this time we're going to start with the green matten layer. So we're going to make another mark, and this time we're going to be marking on the 5.5 inch side at 2 3/4. So there. Okay. So as you can see, I've marked at 2 3/4. Now, what we're going to do now is cut this, but you need to cut it really carefully because all of this gets used, none of it goes to waste. So if you wanted to, you could draw a pencil line from the top point down to the center mark, and then the same that side down here. I'm going to trim it on my guillotine here, but you do need to be careful because everything gets used, so use whatever you're most comfortable doing. So we're literally going to go from that top point down to our mark that we've just made. Make sure it's nice and straight. So that's one piece. We can do exactly the same with this corner down to the mark. And then you have your 3 pieces. So this one is going to sit in the middle, and these ones end up going on the bottom layer. Okay, so we're going to put those to one side for now, and we're going to do something very similar with the patterned paper. So we'll bring this back in, and we're going to flip it onto its reverse side. And then we're going to work on the 5 inch side, and we're going to mark at 2.5. Line that up. And then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. We're going to go from the mark we've just made all the way to the top corner, and then from this mark here all the way to this corner. And again, all of this is going to be used, so make sure you cut it really carefully. Use whatever you're most comfortable using. And that's those 3 done. So these will mat really nicely onto the coordinated cardstock, and it leaves you a nice border. Now the only thing to be aware of is obviously if you were using a directional paper, just be aware of which direction your paper is going before you make all the cut lines. What I'm going to do now is just pause filming and adhere all of the pattern paper onto the coordinating cardstock piece, and then I will come back. Okay, they're all now stuck down onto their coordinating piece, so it's time to put them onto the card base. I'm going to start with the large one. I'm just going to run some glue around the edges. I don't get too close to the edges because obviously when you start pressing to stick it down, the glue will ooze a little bit. But I like the tacky glue and I like the wiggle room it gives you. So we just need to make sure we've got nice even borders, or a border you're happy with. Go, just hold that in place just for a second. And then with these pieces, these are coming on the bottom here, and you're just going to bring them down, leave a nice, again, even border. Once you've got one in place, all you've got to do really is match this one up, and they don't really touch together, which is fine, but as long as they are next to each other and they mirror each other, you'll be fine. So I'm just going to put some glue on this one. Whatever border you leave is up to you, whatever you're happy with. I like quite a thin one. If you went for a thicker one, then obviously they're going to touch and potentially overlap. That's the first one. We'll do this one now. Make sure the bottoms line up, and then everything else kind of just falls into place. Make sure your borders are the same. Okay. And that's what it should look like now. So all we need to do now is add a little bit of embellishment. So I've already pre-prepped this. I have got a Merry Christmas sentiment that I've attached together. This was actually sent to me in Happy Mail last year. I really like these. I've used most of them now. Unfortunately, I've only got one left. I'm going to pop that one on there. Then I have die cut some more of the candy canes. I have used white Nuvo drops to shade the white areas, and then I've used glossy accents over the top. So I'm going to put these on the bottom. So I have kind of one in the middle, then I stuck them and they kind of overlap on the very bottom, so they will fan out like that. And then lastly, I have my little gingerbread person who I've added Ruby Slippers is the name of the glitter drop that I have on the heart there, and then she's just going to come and sit on the middle of the candy canes just like that. So I'm going to get all that stuck down and then I'll be right back to you. And there we go. That is the finished card. All that is left to do really is to stamp a sentiment either inside or on the back, but because I'm donating these to charity, I kind of feel like I should leave them blank, and then the person who buys it can decide where they want to write. But I will see. I might change my mind and make it obvious about, like, you write here, here's a sentiment. We'll see. So I really hope you've enjoyed that really quick video today showing you how to make the arrow fold card. Please let me know if you're going to give it a go. Let me know which of these three is your favourite. And if you do give it a go, please do give me a tag on social media. I absolutely love to see what everyone has been creating. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. It really does help push the video out to more people. And if you've enjoyed today's video or found it useful, please also remember to leave it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who stops by and watches my videos. I will be back soon, but until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.